Hi,
Hello.
this is James,
Sorry.
Okay, go. I'm gonna introduce my special guest who I've never met before until this fine day, Chanice.
Yep.
Did I get it?
Yep.
Hi, Chanice.
Hi, James.
We are sitting in a park that's in the middle of like a triangle that's in the middle of like three roads. You can hear the buses going. It's peak hour.
It's a pretty pathetic park.
Yeah. I guess it's like they couldn't be bothered just putting sand here, so they were like, oh, we better put some bricks in.
They didn't want to develop on it. They're like, let's just leave it.
Looks like they're putting an olive grove in. Are these olive trees behind you?
I have no idea, to be honest. Oh, I think so.
I'm going to grow some olives and we can make olive oil.
I heard they're poisonous.
Hi, Chanice is applied to audition for our recent auditions for the co-host, but she never booked an audition. But she actually, when she sent in, she said, hey, check out my blog. And she's a bit of a writer and she shares a lot of herself online. So I thought this is the kind of person that Gimmerish Femme needs. So I thought I would call her in and have a chat to her and see what she's like anyway.
Give me a bit of a go.
Give you a bit of a go.
Nice.
Who are you, Chanice?
I'm Chanice. I'm 9. Chanice.
Isn't that right? Okay.
My mum
You didn't correct me. You had to correct me the first time.
If I get it wrong.
Chanice.
Like
Chanice.
Chanice.
Where's that name from?
I have no idea. My mum likes to be a bit creative.
Chanice. Do you have siblings?
A lot. I have 9.
No, you don't.
I do.
I believe you.
I do.
Wow.
My mum and dad had separate families, but my mum had 7 kids in total.
Okay.
Yep.
With 2 fathers?
3.
3, okay.
Yeah.
And how many do you get with your father?
My dad has 4, including me. I don't have any full siblings, though.
Okay. All right.
But I'm pretty tight with them.
And do you live in like one house?
I live with my nan and pop, away from all of them.
Okay. Oh, okay. So where are you from?
I'm from here.
Okay.
Yeah. Just Australian.
And so you just like, you're sick of them and moved out?
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay. And so you're Australian?
Yeah.
I thought you had sound like you had a bit of British accent.
Oh, really? I watch Skins a lot.
Oh, right. Yeah. A bit of Downton Abbey. And,
yeah.
Okay. What made you apply? Why were you on Star Now and applying for things?
I didn't have a job for a few months and I like to consider myself as pretty creative. So I was like, hey, let's get on Star Now. And so I was applying for all this random stuff, but your advertisement definitely stood out. Mm-hmm. I was like, hey, that's something I'd actually be into as opposed to all this modelling stuff.
Yeah. And what, you were doing some modelling?
No, gosh, no.
No, okay.
I still applied for them, but...
Did you get them?
No.
All right.
No.
So have you ever been on a modelling audition?
No. I wanted to be an actress when I was like really a lot younger, but I always chickened out when I was meant to go to the amateur auditions. Mm-hmm. So I was like, all right, there goes my dream of being an actress. Yeah. But I was like, hey, let's give it a go. Maybe I could go for commercials or something.
And have you been?
No.
No.
You're the only person that's ever responded to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I feel special.
No, but you were the one...
Maybe it's because you just haven't been checking your...
No, I checked it the other day.
Oh, right. And I was the only one that got back to you?
Yep.
Oh.
But to be fair, you're the only one I wanted to get back to me.
Yeah. I did pick you out because you looked a bit of a bit different.
Not mainstream.
Yes. But I wasn't looking for a model, so...
Yeah.
Maybe if I was looking for...
What are you trying to say?
Fun?
What are you trying to say?
No, that's what I'm saying. But if I was looking for a model, maybe I would have picked you as well.
Oh, doubt it.
I don't know. I've never hired a model before.
Yeah.
What do you need them for?
I don't know.
Just put clothes on.
Yeah, commercials. I don't know, hey.
So you've never done a promo job like, hey, check out these new potato chips?
Nope.
No.
I do practice some monologues in the privacy of my bedroom and record them, and I go, hey, that's pretty good. Okay. But that's...
Oh, this is part of your writing? And you're saying this is your main passion is writing?
Yes.
So what do you write?
I write stories. I wrote my first novel last year. Mm-hmm. Pretty proud of that. It took me about 8 months.
I'm on my really second novel. Write a novel.
Yeah. I never thought I had it in me. I used to always write short stories, and I was like, I sat down one day and I was like, made out like a really big plan, and then I just stuck to it, and then I finished it. And
so, like, who did you give it to read?
I've given a few chapters to my friends, but that's about it. No one's ever read the full thing, apart from publishing companies, but I doubt they read the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you like have friends help you, like, you know, hey, read this and help me edit it, or
Yeah,
give me
actually,
feedback?
I have asked friends to help me, but they've never gotten past the first chapter because everyone's lives are too busy, which is fair enough.
That's true.
And hiring an editor was $4,000, so I was like, no thanks.
Okay. And what inspired you to write that particular story? What was the genesis of, like, this is something that I'm going to see through?
Personal life experiences.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it was based on personal life experiences, and then I just exaggerated it and changed a lot of things. It surrounds themes of drugs and depression. And so when I was going through this phase for a year, which was a pretty bad phase, it was pretty negative, really down, I overcame it and I got out of it. And so I decided to use that negative energy and put it into something positive, because I was sure people would be able to relate and they'd be able to read it and go, hey, I'm going through the same thing, I understand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So what sort of form is the book? Like, it's based on your experience. Is it a narrative?
Oh, it's fiction.
Yeah,
Definitely
okay.
fiction, yeah.
Yeah. And so it's just a character going through similar struggles to you.
It's two
Do you want
best
to pitch
friends.
it?
Yeah, sorry?
Do you want to pitch it?
It's two best friends. One of them is going through heartbreak. The other one is going through some domestic violence at home.
Mm-hmm.
They're both deeply unhappy, and they weren't friends for a while, but they rekindled their friendship. And then it's the story just following their lives, and as they realised they were using each other as well as drugs to deal with their own problems, which wasn't what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's really relatable to people.
Sounds cool. And so what's next?
I'm writing another novel. I don't think they're going to go anywhere, but it is a hobby, so
I
makes
think
me happy.
isn't that why I say you have to be a good writer, you have to write every day anyway?
You do, yeah.
You know what I mean? And keep that muscle going, and then eventually, you know, you will both learn from mistakes in the past, and just because you're doing it every day, you have the discipline to do it, and eventually the two will come together and you'll be a great writer.
Yeah, and I read a lot of books.
Yeah, that's the best thing. That's what I need to do.
Yeah.
Because I just write screenplays, but I'm sick of that, because no one, you know, even if I get a limited amount of success, it's like you still need permission from a million other people to get a movie made, rather than a novel. You can put it on your website if you want.
Yeah,
even if no one else publishes it.
Yeah, I could self-publish it.
Mm-hmm.
Just hand it out on the corner of the road. Just read this.
Is that what you're thinking about doing?
Yeah. Yep.
Put it up. You should have a fundraiser.
I should.
This is what you do. You get 20 people, 100 people to pay $20 for the book, and just get friends and family to say, hey, it's a fundraiser. You get $2,000, and you use that to go on holiday to write your next book.
Yeah, I could put it on Kickstarter. Have you heard of that website?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not really benefiting many people apart from myself, but I could.
You just have to say, look, hey, this is helping me. You technically get a book in return, so you're getting something for it.
Yeah, you'll get a copy signed by me if you donate.
Yeah.
That is such a good idea. I'm going to do that.
I wonder if, like, even a digital copy, you can just bring your iPad and just sign it with a pen on the iPad. You know?
Permanent markers constantly, just forever on their iPad.
Have you tried getting it printed just so you can have a copy?
No, I haven't.
Sitting on a shelf?
No.
And what else have you been doing? You said you were looking at stuff on Star Now, but you didn't apply for any... Or you did apply for some acting stuff? So you're still sort of interested in that, you just don't know.
But then I got a job.
Oh, right.
And so that was just a pastime. I was looking for a job.
Yeah, okay. You're so bored. I'm going to see what this website's about.
Yeah,
okay.
Actually, my mum signed up to me for it when I was 16, so I had it for a while. My mum was like, you can be an actress, but like I said, couldn't go to the auditions. And so I checked it out again when I didn't have a job, and I was so bored. And then...
You don't happen to have like a black jacket like this, do you?
I do.
And you wear it to work?
Yeah. Have you seen me around?
Were you wearing it last Thursday?
I wear it like every day.
Because that was the day you emailed me, and the only reason I remember is because I was driving along this road just for work, and there was a woman in a black coat, and she looked familiar, like just sort of glance, you know, oh, pretty girl on the road. And but it looked familiar, and I didn't know what it was. Didn't even strike me until I got your email, and I was like, oh, okay. Didn't really hit me until I saw that your email was from your workplace, which is right near, like you would be working there. So I was like, is that a crazy coincidence that she sent me this email on this day that I saw this person that might look like her? That
is crazy, and I'm one of those people that believe in fate.
All right.
I'm one of those losers.
So you think I should give you the job because you're fake? Now, the reason you got my attention, you sent your blog. I think even your most recent post, because I just went back and looked at it. You're talking about a bit about like
the perks of being a root.
Yes. Is this something you've created, or you're just discussing other people's thoughts about being a root?
It's something I've created. So I catch public transport to work, and during that time, I think about a lot. Mm-hmm. And just random things come to my head, and then I'm just like, hey, I should write that down, and then I'll start writing it, and then just more comes out. I overthink everything.
Yeah.
And I think that's how I started getting into writing those, because my thoughts didn't make sense to me unless they were words in front of me. Mm-hmm. So I've always had a journal for years. It's always helped me. Yeah. And so I decided, so that's why I put all my thoughts out on my blog. So I'm like, I'm sure other people think the same thing or can relate.
And you do it under a pseudonym, your blog, I think. Yes.
Alita K.
Yeah.
I'm not even too sure what a pseudonym means.
Oh, it means like it's a pen name.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, it is. It's my middle name and my best friend's middle name.
Okay. And is that because you don't want... do your friends read it? Do they know about it?
No.
It's just a personal...
it is. I don't give out my URL to people I know because... don't want to get judgment, but mostly I started out that way because when I started my blog, I got teased about it pretty bad at school.
Really?
And they were going to try and find it and try and tease me about it, so I put it under a different name, and it's just always stuck.
Oh, so you've had this same blog since school, or did you had to delete the old one?
Same blog.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's pitch the root. What's a root?
So you've heard of perks of being a wallflower. Mm-hmm. So a wallflower is someone who stands out, like doesn't stand out from the crowd, kind of blends in, just observes from the outside. And then I was like, hey, what about perks of being a root, which I would describe as someone who's deep.
Yeah.
You get it, because roots go deep.
Underground. Yeah.
And I was talking about that because people always, they say to me, wow, you're so deep, or like, did you come up with that on your own? And like, do you have a life?
And what are the kinds of things that get that reaction that you talk about? What's the situation?
When people tell me about situations that are going on in their life, rather than just agreeing, I give kind of, in depth, like, I think about it intently, and they're like, whoa, I didn't think about it like that before. Mm-hmm. Or even just things that don't even relate to us, just maybe the world itself. People are like, whoa, that's a different way to think about things.
Mm-hmm. So what are they, like people asking you for advice on?
Yeah.
My boyfriend was talking to another girl on Snapchat today. What do you think about this? And you're like, look, this goes right down to the depths of the soul. Yeah, well, yeah. And when people cheat, it's like it's usually because of other reasons. Yeah. But then you can't just say they just cheated. There was so much more behind it. Mm-hmm. Well, although sometimes you can just say that. Yeah. But, there's always more than meets the eye, and that's what I'm always telling people, because people are always like, all right, they just state something, like, wait a second, take a step back, think about it. Yeah. And don't think about it, like, directly with yourself. Just think about it from, like, a different perspective, because, if your heart's in it, you're going to be blinded. And so are you someone who, like, sympathises with evil characters? Yes. Yes, that is exactly me. Yeah. I don't know. I was trying to think of a good example. Do you read Jane Austen? No, I don't. Okay. I don't have a good... or like... I wanted to impress this girl, and she was... I would not watch this show in a million years if she wasn't like, can you watch it just so we can talk about it? And it was called Gossip Girl. No. And the one hook that kept me going was this character... Chuck Bass. No. Oh. The girl... the equivalent, Blair. Blair. Oh, she was my favourite character. Yeah. And I actually mentioned her in one of my blog posts about how the whole of year 8, I tried to be her. Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
She'd kind of be like the girl who comes across, evil, but if you crack down to her icy core, she's like, sort of a good person.
Yeah, and there were so many, like, she had to live up to so much. Like, her mother wasn't very nice. She didn't really have anyone to talk to. Her best friend, with her boyfriend at the time, like, she did go through a lot and she didn't express it, so she just bottled it up. Mm-hmm. And so she was a bitch.
Yeah.
And because she wanted power over other people because she didn't have power in her own life.
Did she end up getting with Chuck?
Yes.
Ending up with Chuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I sort of finished. I realised that, okay, they're going to be together for the rest of the series. I don't have to watch the rest of it now.
No.
So I just stopped watching.
You do have to watch it.
I watched like 6 or 7 seasons of it. I didn't want to watch the 8 for...
Yeah, no, it did start getting boring after a while.
Can
I tell you who Gossip Girl was?
I think I know, but yeah, tell me.
Dan Humphrey.
And does they make it so it makes sense, or is it just ridiculous?
Well, like, I look back at it and I'm like, okay, that makes sense, but...
Have you ever tried to rewatch it? Damn, he was a good
actor. Yeah, I have. Yeah. I have
with that in mind?
DVD. Yeah. But then sometimes he'll react to a certain post that Gossip Girl's posted, and I'm like, he must have been a really bloody good actor. I don't know why he was a writer. He should be an actor, because he's always, like, shocked and like...
Have you watched behind the scenes thing? Did the actor know the whole time?
Probably not. No, I haven't watched behind the scenes, but I don't think he probably did know.
So what do you like to do what do you spend your money on that's not food and shelter?
Clothing.
And clothing. Oh, as in you like clothing that's not essential?
No, I don't. I buy clothing that's not essential.
Yeah. So that's your entertainment?
Yeah, and going out, buying food. Grabbing a couple drinks here and there.
Mm-hmm. You're not travelling, you don't collect
saving
things?
Saving up to go travelling. I want to go to Europe next year.
Mm-hmm.
And Cairns this year. Snorkel with Great Barrier Reef.
Cairns? Oh, Cairns, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Australian Cairns, not Cairns.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a big water person then?
I'm star sign. I'm a water star sign.
Okay. And so, like, do you have your scuba license and stuff like that?
No, I didn't even know you needed a license for those things. I've never gone diving.
I think it's just so you don't die. It's not...
Yeah.
I'm sure if you pick one up, they're not going to pull you over if you have a license. It's just so you don't die.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things, if you breathe the wrong tank, it drowns you in nitrogen or something.
No, I just go snorkeling. I never go diving. That costs money. I'm actually really cheap.
So where did you grow up? You grew up in Perth?
Yeah.
And like in the suburbs, in the city?
Yeah, in Balga.
Balga?
The hood.
And is that where you still live?
Mm-hmm.
And so how do you get to Osborne Park where we are now?
Bus, train, another bus.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Until 8 sleeps and I get my license.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's exciting.
Have you got a car already?
Yeah.
You work at a car company. Do you get free cars for that?
No, I wish. No. Maybe if I'm there for a year, they'll give me a demo car.
Yeah, okay. Do you like the job?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So it's worth the travel?
Yeah, it's only 30 minutes.
Okay.
I used to work in Subiaco and that took over an hour.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty short commute.
I have a friend who lives in Balga, and they are always complaining it takes them a long time to get everywhere.
Oh, really? I'm right near this train station, just
off
Wanneroo Road, so it's pretty convenient.
Sounds good. What kind of ambitions do you have now? Like, are you studying?
No.
Do you have sort of ambitions? You're just going to keep writing?
Yeah, I want to be a successful writer. And by successful, I mean at least get published.
Yeah. It's
my biggest dream. It's been my dream for a very long time.
I think once you get past, you've got the first novel down and you can do it. You know what it takes.
Yeah.
I think you're on the right path.
Yeah. If I'm not writing my novel that I'm on now, I'm either writing my journal or I'm writing my blog.
Mm-hmm. And you said you don't... So you said you were interested in making movies, but you couldn't find people to make them with.
Yeah.
Do you write movies?
Yeah, I used to write some just short films.
Yeah.
I like art films because they're short. They don't always have to make sense. I like people being able to like...
You can get your iPhone out and just wave it around and put some music to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But just like so people can come up with their own just think about it on their themselves.
And what would you do with it? Or what do you do? Your weird ideas.
No, I haven't made any since high school.
Do you
And
put
I
them
didn't
on
do anything.
YouTube or like Instagram
put
these days?
Put them on YouTube. Put them on
Yeah.
Instagram. I was thinking of actually making just some short films of like whatever I do and just, try and make it a bit arty by putting some cool music behind
Yeah.
and putting it on my blog.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, you can put this on if you want. Although, obviously, it reveals your true identity.
Oh,
not
no.
Alicia Kay. With the previous auditions, I finished asking them all the same question. I was thinking of asking you, this is a hypothetical, you meet this dark stranger in a dark alley and he does some weird magic stuff and you're like, wow, this guy actually is magic. And he's like, look, I got bad news for you. You're going to die in 24 hours. But the good news is you get to haunt whatever building you die in for the rest of, forever. And I'll give you, here's $20,000. So if the place you want to haunt is on the other side of the world, you can just hire a private jet and fly there straight away. But it has to be a public place. It can't be like your mum's house or something.
Yeah.
Where would you want to haunt?
I haven't really been anywhere, so I've got don't really have a particular building in mind, but probably Fremantle Arts Centre, because I heard there's 6 other active ghosts there and I won't be lonely.
Okay.
And I heard they're pretty cool. They can get really scary.
Have you been there before?
No. I've driven past. My manager actually told me all about it, and people aren't even allowed to be alone by themselves in a room.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's
Yeah.
pretty hectic.
I think I did go a tour there. I think it used to be there was some exhibition there or something when I was a kid in school. I remember them talking about the ghost, and it's right close to the prison, which also is meant to have a lot of Fremantle prison. Meant to have
I
lots
wouldn't
of
haunt the
ghosts.
prison, but the arts.
Because all the dodgy people.
And then you can look at like art every day, and you'll just see some really awesome, different, alternative, creative people.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be pretty sick. I would choose there.
Okay. It sounds like a good idea. What do you... I'll just finish off. What do you do outside of... When you go out to eat, drink, occasional activity, like, what are the young kids doing these days?
Getting blind drunk mostly. No.
At like house parties, you go clubbing?
No, I go clubbing occasionally. I'm getting pretty over it. My partner and I go camping a lot.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's pretty cool.
All over WA?
No, we've gone a bit up north, a bit down south.
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere too far though, because we both work full time.
Yeah. Have you ever been like way up north?
No, I haven't. Only as far as I've been is Kalbarri.
Okay.
So I camped there. That was pretty nice.
Awesome. When was your birthday?
On Halloween,
And what'd you get?
I bought myself a laptop, and that was about it. Yep, that was about it.
And you used money that other people had given you?
Nope, my money. My partner promised me to get me a laptop, and it ended up being with me buying the laptop.
Well, Chanice. I saw you were messing with me.
No, it's Chanice.
Chanice. I'm terrible at this. I'm better. I'll get better, I promise. Chanice.
Mm-hmm.
It's been nice meeting you.
It's been nice meeting you too, James.
Thanks for coming on.
No worries. Bye. Wow, that sounds good.
You into it?
That sounds like radio.